And one thing, I run these videos through, I say Surly Outdoors. I don't run any ads or anything else with them. But I found a program on AdSense where I can run the ads on my. I just have to add a website. So once I get a website, then I can do that. So I'm going to get a website and run my ads and run them through my ads. And I'll be making money on AdSense. Yeah, getting pretty good at this stuff. Okay, so it timed out. It didn't even blow a breaker. That is weird. I've never heard it time out before. That's on. That's on. That's off. That's on. That's on. That's on. That's on. That's cool. My kitty, look at me. Eddie said she's definitely your cat. This one too. I treat him good. I give him treats. Pinky's down there grinning and giving me the. See, okay, don't forget about me. Gracie's got the bed all to herself. She's one happy camper. Good. I don't know. I really miss my family. Dad was the one keeping everybody together, the family. And he told me you ought to at least keep track of your cousins because if you don't, they're going to forget about you, and you're not going to be in their lives anymore, and you won't be able to get back in. Sometimes when things happen like that, they don't want you around unless you move over there. And then they have their own lives, their own kids, and everything else, and everybody's moved around you without you. So keeping track of at least some of them. I didn't keep track of them. Well, I kept track of the Turners, and they ditched me. I told Randy I ended up pregnant, and or Donald, he kind of freaked out a little bit. Then I talked to him again a while back later, and he said I was just old news. Nobody even cared anymore. And he also wondered, he said, what would happen to me if I was to turn around and end up in that situation, end up having a kid, what I would look like, how big my belly would get. He said, I have a big belly, but I drink. Yeah, he was alcoholic. I'm happy here. And sometimes Randy scares me because he doesn't have cancer, but he smokes. He has horrible breath. I can't even kiss him. I'm a little kisser, but I just, I'm going to try to kiss him. I get sick, and I tried to get on top of him the other night, and I couldn't. The bed was too small. And he wiggled out from underneath me. That is so funny. So the last thing Mom tells me is I should let you be a girl. Probably. Then the last thing Dad told me was I put the trust in the wrong person's name. But when he told me about the trust, put his hand on my shoulder, I got terrible chills. Now, Yancey would have put me in his trust name. I made a mistake. I should have said yes. Stephen Boy's got it, and he ended up buying a house, moved to Denver. And his whole life changed after that. Well, Steve was a loser. He barely even supported himself. He ended up with that girl that he was with, and I thought everything was hers, and then I realized about the trust. So next time I call Diana, I'm going to see I should have let her put me in her trust. I'm going to tell her that, see what she says. If she says I still can, then go ahead and do it. And we'll do it that way. But I don't know. Yancey's one of the ones I'm always going to remember. He was Swawbuster, is that what you call it? I don't know, there's some name for it. Swigler, I don't know what it is. But he was my best friend. We'd always go out and play pool together and everything else, and we'd hang out together, and I went home and lived with them. When they had problems with their work, I tried to help them and everything else, but I couldn't really do much. Dylan tried to use me as a work with him, and I couldn't do it. He said, dig me a hole. I said, well, you're not going to work. I told him, I said, Dylan, I'm pregnant. He goes, oh, I didn't know. So Jordan was hanging around then, and Jordan kept on coming down to the house and everything. We kept on hanging out, and he goes, I knew it. He was so funny. Randy hated Dylan. He was a pain in the butt to him. He didn't like Nancy either. I found out my sister is gone. I'm really sad about it. I'll get the death certificate on it, and I'll throw it in the trust and take it to court. They'll leave me trustee, but like the computer said, I'm outliving everybody. You know, a couple of days ago, I was ready to throw it all away. And I remember I had a dream about that girl. And we were in a grass field together with a bunch of people. And I saw the image of it in my dream, but I remember the dream. And she said, you know, you probably should stay in the situation you are and just stay where you're at. Well, I told her my story about the Saratoga Project and everything else and everything that I've done and stuff like that. And she goes, yeah, people, they're not ready for that stuff yet. And even Lori said, this world's not ready for you. I said, I know. I kind of just don't say anything, but it is kind of funny that, you know, I wanted somebody that I could care about, that I could love, that could love me back. I got Randy, somebody I told I'd never marry, never even date, period. And I miss the cats too. When I talk about them like this, I remember how Mars used to be to me, and I just want to start crying because he was my friend. I mean, these cats over here, I love them to death. I mean, how can you not pet them? Yeah, I get mad. I snap them in the nose a little bit. They go, what? I snap them on top of the head a little bit when I get mad at them. Pink, and they go, what? It's kind of funny. I used to have a squirt gun, but I'm going to quit doing that too. I don't like doing that. I just get mad at them. I'm just going to have to realize they're cats. They're like little kids. Randy would call the cats his children. Then I found out how sweet Randy was, and I was kind of like, oh wow, I could do this. And my problems is my family had too much money. I wish we were broke. I really do. It's one of those things, if we were, it would have been easier. I'd probably still be with them. Would I have missed out on all this? Here's the deal. I would have still had all this, but I would have had this with different people. Because that's what I wanted. Now the trailer, it's fun. It's nice and warm in here. I have that heater. That one's off. The one in the bathroom's on. I have to swap those two, otherwise it'll go out. This one just went off. I haven't even turned it back on yet. And the propane heater. Propane heater's the only one running. But this one just now kicked on. It kicks on about 70. So I know it's around 70 degrees in here. The one in the bathroom has a temperature gauge on it too. That one, if I want to know what the temperature is, set the one on the bathroom so I don't blow the power. And then I put it back over there and I turn it on. I get the temperature. Here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you how this works. It's really pretty cool. Do I want more? Not really, but we're going to buy a house. And we're going to buy some property. I have property. I have lots of property. I just don't know where they're at. But I know they're in the trust. They gave me 2 quick deeds. Come on, just stop. And one of them was for Falmouth Drive, or no, for place in Grand Junction. I don't know where the other one is for. I'm thinking about taking them and turning them in and pulling the houses. Because that'll give me over $1 million easy. But I don't think I want to do it that way. Let's see what this does. I put it at 75.5. And I'm going to run this one too and see if it doesn't pop. This is what I wanted to do today. See, 37 degrees. That's pretty cool. Oh, hurt. I move around. Baby just kicks my butt. Why am I doing these? Because I'm going to run ads on them. I mean, I have an audience, and don't you have an audience like that? They get into your stuff. They like what you say. They love your show. And they want to know more about you. So I just go over here and I run amok sometimes. Mostly, I told Randy not to buy any more junk food for the cats because they're getting sick off of it. We're eating too much of it. He hasn't bought me any in a while. Oh no. Oh, this heater just kicked on. That's why I'm getting hot. That one doesn't burn much heat. It's a good heater to have, but it just kind of kicks it a little bit. Put this towards the door where the heat is, where the cold air is. But anyway, we're happy. So I just ran 6 or 7 videos on my phone. So I'm gonna run them in here on my phone, and I could run them through and do previews on them. I'm going to start seeing it again, but I don't want to do it today because I'm kind of bummed out. I miss my parents. Fuzzy Butt wants back in. Come on, Fuzzy. Fuzzy Butt, Fuzzy Butt, Fuzzy Butt. I went over to the animal shelter with Randy and started talking about our cat's name, but I didn't tell him about my Google Butt story, which is really funny. Well, I had those people in there looking at me, smiling and laughing and going off. I thought that was so funny. Now I gotta clean the floor again. Oh, I hate morning sickness. It's the worst. I got sick the other morning. Every time I get up, I'm kind of nauseous. Is it? It's spook. I saw the dark colors. Oh my gosh, it's back. Anyway. Come on, Spook. Kitty. Okay. Kitty, 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 kitty. He likes to go see Mom. Kenny's wife. I haven't seen Kenny in a while. I wonder, as sick as he was, but I think the kids, Mama goes to the kids' house and hangs out for a while. And Kitty stays by himself. What the hell just fell? She kicked off part of that blanket. She must have. See, I put the rock underneath it, and I put the towel on there. And it's kept him off of it. It's really done a pretty good job. You know, I'm glad I don't get mad at the leaf because it would be a mistake. One of those cheese squares in there. I could get it with the vacuum. That's probably what I'm going to do is pull out the vacuum and vacuum this stuff. But anyway, it's hard because I lost my family. And I did facial recognitions on everybody and found out who everybody was, everybody's real name, and all that other stuff. But anyway, we're happy. I'm just going to stay here with Randy. I think we're going to get another extension cord like that. Alright, I'm just going to plug it back in there. Yeah, I don't need one. Figure out how to do stuff with what I have. I think we have an extra one floating around anyway. Oh, He's kicking my butt. Oh well. I guess it's time to call hubby. 15 on that one. Man, I've been up